In this short video, we're going to talk about registration and settings for the WP Scratch and Save plugin. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to WP Scratch and Save and go to registration. If you don't do this first, none of the other functions will work. So we're going to click registration, and here all you need to do is you need to enter the email address that you purchased with. So that's probably going to be your PayPal email address, and you just want to enter that right here and click register. And you can see you'll get this message, registration success. You may now start to set up your Scratch and Saves. Okay. The next section I want to look at is the settings. There's a couple of settings that you need to pay attention to. The first is this reveal radius. Okay, by default this is set at 30 pixels. What this means is when you go to scratch off one of your new scratch tickets that you create in the campaigns, the circle that gets scratched is actually going to be 60 pixels in diameter. Okay. The other one is show after, and I'll tell you what, let me show you how this works. Let me log into a different install that I have up. This is our JV demo here, and let me just show you this real quick. Because the system, this will help you understand it, because the system is 100% image based, okay, this entire image can be scratched off. Now, if I scratch over here, okay, so there's my 60 pixel diameter scratch, right? When I scratch that off, what we want to do is, how do I explain this? If I come over here and I start scratching, I'm actually scratching off the front image, but the background image looks identical to the front image. Okay, so you're going to see this happen here in just a minute. Okay, did you see what happened there? Because I have that set to 45%, as soon as I have 45% of the image scratched off, then we're going to show the background image. So let me show you why that's important. If I had this set to 100 and our customers came in here and they started scratching this and they scratched this whole thing off like this, it would never change to the background image because all of this is still an image. So depending on the graphics that you use, you may need to tweak that percentage. In this case, I'm set to 45%. So when 45% of this entire image is scratched off, then the background image shows and it becomes clickable. Okay? So that's how that works. And that's set, let me go back here. That's set right here in the settings. Okay, so that's this number right here. By default it's set at 85%, but you'll need to play with that just a little bit depending on the images that you use. Now most of the images that we gave you in the bonus pack, 45% is going to be the right setting here. Okay, because that's going to cover the scratch off area, and that's going to be the right setting. If your scratch off area is a bigger area than the graphics that we gave you and takes up more of the overall image, then this number would be higher, such as 85%. We also have an option here, depending on your campaign targeting, to auto reveal on mobile devices. Now if we turn this on, what that means is when somebody's looking at this on a phone or a tablet, instead of it being a scratch off, the minute they touch it or the minute they start scratching with their mouse, it's just going to instantly reveal the background image. Okay, so it's not going to have the scratch off effect that we want. Now there's only, I don't know why that keeps happening, there's only a couple of older Windows mobile phones that don't do the scratch off correctly, and they're being phased out very, very quickly. So I would leave this to disabled in almost every campaign that I would consider running. But there may be a situation, depending on what country you're in, where you want to turn this to enabled. And that's just going to, like I said, the minute they touch the scratch off, it's just going to reveal the background image. So we're going to leave that to disabled, and then we simply click Save Settings. In the next video, we'll talk about setting up a campaign, and I will see you there.